Hello guys, welcome back again. ZagaTechFX. In this, I think I've done a video on first indicator. This time around, I'm going to do a video. I'm going to do a short review on this second indicator. The first one I did was this like 75. This was system. I'll just give you a highlight on how these little things work here. And the second one again here is this. The only difference you can see here is the ZT MACD divergence trading. Just the only difference there. So if you don't know how to trade it, trade in divergence method, all you need to do is just to go to YouTube or go to any Google about it, divergence trading. You will learn how to trade by divergence. So every single movement here is being, even in the divergence upper, lower, buy and sell divergence method is always here. So you see this green line here. I see that the divergence trading. You look for a buy. Below you look for a what? This below you look for a sell. Upper and upper. See this small red arrow here, line with arrow. It's upper here. Look for a sell. Here look for a short buy. Then a sell came down here. Below the 0 line here. So if you know how to trade in a divergence method, you use this system. If you don't normal trading method, you can use this system. Divergence method, you can use this system. In my former video, I just explained how to use this line and arrow, how to add a lot of things there in your arrow, and how to change the different indicator. And concerning the signal, a crossover of this MACD divergence method, you see a crossover here for a sell, a crossover here for a short buy, a crossover below this trend, you neglect it, a crossover for a buy below this 0 line, you purchase. Above this line MACD divergence, a crossover occurred here, you pick for a sell, which is on the resistance area. A crossover below this line, you neglect. A crossover coming down to this word, you sell, or above here, you sell. So you can add so many levels you want to add here. If you want to add levels here on this time frame. Now, coming to this trade now, I showed you guys this thing here. This is a demo account, guys. I want to use this demo account to lecture this video. See what I'm trying to tell you now. I entered a buy signal here. See a buy with one lot size. I want to show you guys something before I proceed. Now, let's look at this. Can you see that I'm in $400 loss here? Can you see just the short movement of this time frame here I did here? See that just short one lot size, one volume. I used one volume to trade, and I'm in what? In loss here. See that 700. Just this short movement. So if you use 0.1 and you can pick a trade for a buy or a sell, maybe you put a sell here, and the movement came from here to this spot. Man, we are in a very huge profit in volatility 75 if you have a good capital. Then guys, if you have a good equity like $10,000, $5,000 and above, or $20,000 above, just minimize the way you trade, guys. Now if you pick a sell from here, for example, you got a sell signal and you pick a sell and pick a short trade, because you don't trade everything you see in the market. You don't trade everything you see in the market, guys. You don't trade every single thing at all. Don't try that. So when you pick a sell, and from here now, from this short peep here, maybe you got a sell signal here and you pick from this divergent method here, like upper trend, and you're waiting for a sell signal here. You can pick from here to this spot, or from here to this previous support area, which turns to be a resistance area now, because support turns to resistance, and take your profit at this bottom here or this line here. Boom. You're gonna be in very good profit depending on the capital. You see just this short movement here now I have, and I'm in $1,000 loss here. Can you see that now? So what if it shifts up to, I like to get to this area, from maybe from here to this area, man, that's more like 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. That's why people make it huge in Forex market if you have a good system. So I'm leaving this to run as a demo account because the market is ranging. I don't know where it's going to go or where it's going to go. So in this kind of market, what do you do? One, this is getting close. This has already crossed. What do? I have to come here and draw my higher high here, and also draw my lower high here. So what do? I'll come to this spot area and place my right click and place my alert. Right click here, go to trading, set alert, and it comes here, and I have to drag it down to this to spot here. Then I have to set the second alert here too. So when the market breaks out this area and closes below this area, I pick a sell. When it closes above this area, I pick a buy. That's another thing. Then the third one of it is you can use your trend line to draw this, something like this. And even if you're looking for a sell here, this is lower, low, this high, you draw your trend line from here to this spot and hold. That's why trend is your friend. Now you got a sell signal here, and this candle closes below you. This candle begin to close. At the closing hour, This is 15 minutes time frame. Maybe 5 minutes to close, you pick what? A sell trend. Or 3 minutes to close, you pick a sell trend, and it's going to sell off to this area. From here to this spot is a very good money. I'm telling you guys, from here to this spot, it's a very huge profit, and you can use trial what stop. You can use trial stop loss. How do you apply trial stop loss? As this trade is going now, I place this trade. I come to any of this volume. This is the trade I placed. Right click on any of this place. Right click on it. Then come to trial stop loss and choose points you want it to move. So if you are in profit, assuming I choose 5 points. Now, if this trade moves into profit now, as it's going higher little by little, if this trade comes into profit, 5 point movement, the stop loss will shift. 10 movement, it will shift 5 points again. When the price then to reverse back, it will hit my stop loss and I'll be out in profit. That's how you trade with this. You understand, guys? So this is an uptrend. Now, as I was talking about this trend line, use your trend line clearly. If you're looking for a downtrend, you draw trend line below and upward. If you're looking for an uptrend, you draw trend line like this pattern. You draw trend line like this form here. Something like this. You understand? You can also pick the higher high, lower high, and something like that. Or you can pick from here to this spot, catch up the higher trend. This here and this one here. And you can also wait for a breakout. So when the market tends to move up and move out to your breakout area, you can pick a buy, or you can break out, you can pick a sell. That's it for this trend line. I've already explained how to use this when they use this AMA, adaptive moving average. When the candle closes below it, you pick a trade. When it closes above, pick a trade. And this also helps you to. This is a fake out signal. Why? Because it did not cross here. The signal came in. It's a fake out signal. And also, you see a crossover of a sell. It crosses over a little and it gave a sell. And even if you enter this sell signal here, even from here to this spot, it's in profit. You understand? You can use your trial stop loss. So even if you use your trial stop loss and this move, always use your trial stop loss. And if you use your trial stop loss, when you place a trade and this tend to reverse, it will hit your stop loss and you're out of trading profit. If you're trading volatility 75, to avoid sharp return, like something like this, you place a sell signal and next thing you went up to this pattern, which is very disgusting and very you can trade in angry mode. Like this one here, you pick a buy trend and you want to pick a trade and a buy trade, you cross over, you place the buy signal and the market moves and get to this point, 5 point movement. If this one reverses and hit your stop loss, we are out in profit. That's why it's good to use your trial stop loss. Now you see this short movement now from this spot to this spot. I'm in loss of $1,500. So even if it's in profit now, I'll be making huge load of cash. So I've set this alert and I can also set another alert here for a breakout. That's it. I talked about support and resistance, which you guys must have known or learned about to use that. I've also talked about the system. The red line is the sell, the green line is the buy. So whenever it crosses, a movement occurs. Then divergence trading, guys. See divergency? Oh, sorry about that. Divergent trading, say that it can trade in a divergent method and it gives error on a bit that divergent trading. From here to this spot, from here to this spot. See that divergent movement? And you're looking out for what? A sell. Below, you're looking out for a buy. Something like this green line here, divergent trading, and that green line down. So mostly divergent trading comes in a pattern of something like this. Indicator you use something like this. That's how divergent. Then below you have something like this also. You have something in this pattern, like something like this in this pattern of a divergent trading. Something like this in this pattern. See that? So mostly divergent trading occurs in those way. Now I've explained this now. Then the other system I want to talk about now before I shut off is this system. In my former system I released last year or so about volatility. You see this kind of signal that occurs every time. It gives you signal, it occurs so many ways. Like this system too on my YouTube channel. The second one is there, the third one is there, the fourth one is there. You can use any of them. It's 4-in-1 system. And now you can also know how to remove all these things. If you're a swinger or you want to pick a trade and hold. If you're not impatient, I don't know if you can trade volatility because there may be a drawdown. If you place a buy, there may be a drawdown for you to pick a trade or pick a buy trade. Sorry guys, let me remove this alert. It was for a lecturing purpose. Alright, so this signal here now, I've tried a way to filter it out for you to see how it was and for you to see a trade. For example, This is volatility 75, 15 minutes time frame. This is also volatility 75, 15 minutes time frame. When I click on it, you see how I filter it out for you to see how the trade works. You see that? So it sees the same thing, but the much signal, the much alert that comes in here, like buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. In my former video, I told you guys, showed how to filter this out, to filter these fake out signals, like sell, you then jump into trade, next you in loss. So I managed to do some, tweak on it, and I found it. Although this doesn't depend until the candle closes. Now, as you can see, the signal occurs. It doesn't occur much way like that. You see, even if you pick a trade, you will definitely be in profit when you use these settings. See these settings. If you pick a trade, you definitely, definitely be in what? In profit. And you can use this to trade. Touch or no touch option, or rise and fall in binary trade, binary.com, and trading, and so many other ways. So this sell occurred here, it doesn't shift. Then this buy occurred here, this sell occurred here. You can pick a sell. Remember in the last one I just did now, this one I just showed you. You see a drawdown, and when you check the price now, I'm already in $1,600 $4 or so dollar loss. This short movement you see here now, this from here to here, using one lot size, guys. So be careful the way you manage your equity. That's what we call risk management. Now back to what I was showing you here now. These are the same system to get the same thing. Now what matters is the signal that appears. The first one is a lot of signal that buy sell signals, and the second one here is the filtration. So if you have this system and you're using it, contact me, give me a chat, or give me a flash or call. Sorry, give me a chat, and I will tell you the settings to do that. If you can't do that, download a software called any desk on your system. I can stay at home here and connect to your system and do the settings for you, so you can be able to use that. Now, concerning this signal here, assuming you got a signal on this candle and you place a sell signal from here to here, definitely you're going to be in a very good profit. If you have a good capital, guys, you're going to be in good profit. And always use your trial stop loss. Use your trial stop loss. If it hit you out, you know it hit you out, guys. If it hit you out, you know it hit you out. That's the pure fact about this. If you place a trade or a sell signal from this spot to this spot, you're in profit. There's no much word about that. Like for example, now you place a trade from this spot and the market moves. How many points movements? Like I think like 5, 6 point movements, and try to reverse. You can hold or set your stop loss and hold, depending if you see this movement and also see this crossover movement. You can hold, and then when the market shifts a little, you can put your trial stop loss. When it reverses, you hit your stop loss and you move out in profit. It's not applicable to this one. If a swinger, you hold for a long while, like 6 hours for the trade to move, and set your stop loss above the higher high or the lower low of the trend or the higher high of the trend. You buy trend here, you put your stop loss and allow the market to move. You can swing back and fake you out, and next thing you see, loss, close up the trade. Next thing, the market moves in your direction. So be careful on how you trade. And secondly, learn how to analyze the market. Either you use your Fibonacci trend to do what? To analyze the market in a way that you want to do that. In the way you want to do so. To know how the market moves, and so on and so forth. You can use your trend line to understand when the market breaks out a trend, a sell signal occur, or you can pull that out, because this has not already occurred before. You can pull this up here and wait, and the market breaks it out. You're waiting for the signal to come, and you place a sell signal and hold. This 15 minutes time frame. So each candle here expires in 15 minutes. So you can hold the trade for like a whole day. So the 215 candle, two candle here is 30 minutes. So the 4 candle here is 1 hour. Another 4 candle is what? 1 hour. That is 2 hours. The reversal, the short retracement comes here upon trend continuation. So this is the former system I have. I did the video on my YouTube channel, and you guys have seen that, and I know many of you are using this system. But this is just a tweak of how to get that signal. You can, and you yourself, you get the system too. Doesn't repent. As I'm getting the buy signal here now, I got a buy signal here which occurred. That's why I got the alert before. And when I check my former trade, you see there's no arrow here because of what? There's no breakout here. Check. Okay, this is volatility 75. This one again. You see the market is trying to force itself, ranging on this pattern for a buy trend, and it has already crossed over here. I should have entered the trade when I see a sharp movement of a cross here and a crossover of this length, which should be along this area. when there is going to be what, a breakout on this what area, somewhere here, a breakout on this area, not below, above here, for a buy or continuation of what, a sell trend. But I guess the market is going to move up to retest this area, this trend zone, before it comes back down to swing, or move up to test this zone before it comes back down to what, to continue the trend movement. I'm not trying to teach you how to trade, guys, but I'm just showing you the system for you to know how to trade, and I know you are good in trading. Now I've talked much about this system. Now there's one thing I want to say, tell you guys. Most people always put your trust, put their mind, put their soul, put their heart in the indicator. Don't do that. First of all, before you begin to trade financial market, one, you need to understand the financial market. That is number one. Two, you need to understand price action, the candle patterns, the engulfing, the hammer, the pin bar, and all those things. You need to note your support and resistance area. You need to understand those things. You need to understand how to use a trend line. There's what we call space trading movement. For example, let me show you what I mean by space trading movement. If I want to do a sell trend now, for example, a sell trend here, for example, see this a long movement, I put my trend line here and draw my trend line to this area for a breakout. Now, when you watch this area now, the market has a very big space from this spot here and traces a little here, then move out a short hole. There's a big hole here and a short hole, which means we are expecting what, a heavy what, a short, that a breakdown, heavy sell. That's what I call trend line space movement. I'm still going to lecture that on Forex trading, so you guys will understand what I mean by that. Same thing applicable to sell trend. Same thing applicable to sell trend. For example, see this up a buy sell movement. For example, okay, this is a ranging zone where market tend to break out. Ranging zone where market tend to break out. You see a breakout occurred here, you pick a buy, but you get a buy signal. But you can scalp this if you are going in what, financial market trading. All right. Then, as I was saying earlier before, you need to understand all those things before you begin to what, to venture into Forex market or trade binary option. Binary trading is, they have indicator for that. Volatility, they have their own system for that. MT5, they have their system for that. Forex have their system for that. We have millions of systems in the market on trading volatility system. So you need to know, understand the market before you begin to use any system. And using any system, one is this: you need to learn how to read an indicator. Understand what the indicator does, because in a normal sense in MT5 we have so many indicators. Anyway, guys, I'm going to talk about that in different video where I'm going to do intro of this system and lecture you guys on how to use them. All right, I think I've talked more about this system. In the first video I talked about this, in the second video I talked about this, and I did a little highlight of this system, and I filtered out the signal that comes in to have one signal like that for it. All right, thank you guys, and God bless you. This is ZagaTechFX, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Share this video for your loved ones to get. It's very important to talk better on that. All right, thank you guys, and God bless you. ZagaTechFX signing off. Peace. Bye for now.